Totally.
Yes.
Yeah. What?
Completely.
He passed the audition.
Exactly. This is the actual version of Van Halen. The other one was just a kind of a tester model, so to speak.
Van Halen is a very special band. We are very special together, you know, and that's all there is. You can't, there's nothing more than that. When it's magic, there's nothing more than that.
While Sammy and Van Halen wallowed in the bliss of their new musical romance, Sammy and Dave put up their dukes.
Sammy Hagar is upset with me because he knows I'm better than he is.
I don't have an ego problem because I've been Sammy Hagar and I don't have to go out there and try to, you know, show everybody that I'm a big star.
You said this about me, and then I said, no, you said it first. It's going to go back and forth, and it reads like wrestling, man. It reads like Hulk Hogan, you know, and it's colorful.
Here we go,
Ready as anybody can be. I'm ready for you. I hope you're ready for me. You know, this is my show, man. We're ready. Ooh, we're ready. We got extra seats, don't get me wrong.
After 6 multi-platinum albums, 7 top 40 hits, several pairs of assless pants, an ocean of Aquanet, and enough Jack Daniels to paralyze a herd of elephants, the David Lee Roth Van Halen dynasty came to an end in 1985. While the band got to work on a new album with new frontman Sammy Hagar, Dave kicked his bombastic solo career into high gear.
Give me a bottle of anything and a glazed donut. To go. First thing and the last thing and the only thing that was always and is on my mind is I'm going to make a rock and roll band. We got into the studio pretty soon when I got together with Stevie Vai, you know, Billy Sheehan and Greg, and that's what we're doing right here, man. Eat 'em and smile time. I wanted to be legitimate with the band. I wanted to be honest with my music. I wanted to go on the road for a long period of time. And I didn't want to do just 2 months on the road with giant stadiums, charge everybody. The same person who sits in the 900th seat pays as much as a cat in the front row seat. That's not good for my kind of show. I don't play games so much with Van Halen. I think that the music and what it means to people is way too important to take dead serious. I always told you with Van Halen that we're the people's band, that we were for the people. Well, I guess I still am. Get back, you crazy suckers!
I was called by Eddie on Father's Day morning. He just called up and says, hey, we gotta talk. And Eddie just goes, you know, you really frustrate me. You never do anything I asked you to do. And he goes, and you've always been a solo artist anyway, you might as well just go back to being a solo artist. Quote, unquote, exactly that. And I went, wow. I mean, I was floored.
Bottom line, his work ethic sucked. He went home and didn't want to play the way the rest of the team wanted to play. I'm not a doctor, but he put out a press release saying, I quit. A week later, he says I kicked him out. Now, you sticking to both stories, Sam? I'll take a lie detector test. I'm serious.
I'm Kurt Loder with MTV News. This just in, Sammy Hagar is out as lead singer of Van Halen, and David Lee Roth, the man Hagar replaced in the group a decade ago, will apparently now be replacing him.
His onstage antics, which for one I thought was embarrassing. And I said, December 16th, I needed a hip, okay? But all of a sudden, Dave's vibe changed. I had to go to him. I go, Dave, what's the matter? What happened? So, you're just all happy and stuff, and now you're like pissed off and whatever. I go, he goes, well, hey, tonight's about me, man. Hip.
Tonight's about me.
And I, from the bottom of my heart, really wanted to believe that he was a different guy and just normal. And I tried really hard to be his friend, and I never lied to him about anything. I don't know what kind of drugs he was on or what the hell is going on in his mind. For us to go back with Dave, with you going back, that's not growth.
I think what's more important, or as important to remember, is that the fact that the 1984 Dave is a lot different than the 1996 Dave. And to have gone on tour with him would have not only embarrassed the band, it would have insulted the audience. If we would have started in Toledo, we would have never even made it to Cleveland.
You know how when I left, he came back in, but that was all just a hoax. That was just a big promotion for the Greatest Hits record. The Van Halen guys and that crooked manager they had were just trying to pull a coup on the fans, which backfired on them.
Before the dust had a chance to settle on the Dave reunion fiasco, the Van Halen boys dropped another bomb.
I'm Kurt Loder with an MTV News Brief. Although Van Halen management continues to be coy about confirming the rumor that Gary Cherone, former frontman for the Boston band Extreme, has been hired and is already rehearsing as Van Halen's new lead singer, over the weekend, guitarist Eddie Van Halen acknowledged that Cherone is, quote, 99.999% certain to have that job.
And it wasn't, it was a strange excitement. It wasn't like, all right, we got a singer. It was like, I don't know, just on a much deeper level. It was like musical soulmate.
The record bombed, and Gary wanted to do it different. He didn't want to be Eddie's puppet, and Eddie, you know, threw him out.
Mr. Roth, you have anything you want to say to us about this?
You can't get a lower edge bust, a more cheap throwaway as far as a quote-unquote drug bust goes. This poor detective standing up there with a plastic bag the size of a saddle blanket. And he's just a little piece of green in the corner like this. And he's going, oh yeah, we netted him. I know, I spent 6.5 hours handcuffed next to a Jamaican named Tree because of his haircut. In an Econoline, answering questions, you know, to all the rest of the guys on the chain. You really Dave Rupp? Yeah, yeah.
But instead of letting himself bottom out completely, he launched a series of radical schemes designed to give his limp career a dose of Viagra.
That's Dave. He's like the showman. He put his own money into that, and he whipped that salsa band into this like merciless shape.
Just a gigolo, and everywhere I go, people know the part I'm playing.
I talked to Dave one night, like in the 90s, and I said, Dave, I just saw the ad for the Vegas thing. I said, I gotta go see it. And he goes, I'll make sure there's a ticket waiting for you, Henry.
I don't know if anybody saw his Vegas thing.